Alrighty, welcome back to Awful Taste but Great Execution. I usually do these alongside car mods, but I guess I forgot last time around. So uncharacteristic of me. I never forget to do things. We'll begin with number 19, Staff Kitchen. Wait, is that like a glass? Oh, no, it's not that. I thought at first it was like when you make a cool floor in Minecraft where you put lava down and you put glass over it. And it's like, oh yeah, this is a sweet dance floor. And I thought it was that. Like there's some pebbles and grass growing underneath the glass floor. No, it's just a printed on thing. It's actually not a terribly difficult thing to execute, I don't think. Just like you can wrap a car with whatever you want. I'm sure there are companies out there that can do this for you pretty easily. So, I don't know. It's like leading you hopefully to the place where there is all the sweets are kept. Otherwise, or it's showing you where the trash is. Because a lot of people, they just throw their stuff on the floor and we can't have that anymore. Saw this on Funny and knew it belonged here. Is that a tattoo? Did you tattoo a head on your head and then you integrated your haircut into it? Please don't be a permanent tattoo. I don't know why you've done this. Yeah, I mean, the haircut, it kind of works. I too enjoy getting haircuts, not for me, but for my tattoos. They're the more important part of my head. How weird would that be if I actually had a secret tattoo all along and it was just under my hair and you had no idea? Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. We'll leave it up to a mystery. When I saw these, I immediately thought of this sub. Wow. As if it wasn't impractical enough already to walk in high heels, let's just completely remove any toe leverage that you have and make it so you're just gonna, like, fall on your face. You're just on stilts. You have no ability to roll from heel to toe on these. At least you have a very, very slight ability to do that in high heels. This is just like, how? I don't understand. The top comment is everyone's talking about how hard these would be to walk in, but not how genius they would be to commit a demonetization in. I don't think you'd be fooling anyone. I don't think the police will be like, oh man, this person must have been attacked by a falcon coming from the sky. Case closed. Not quite. This cake. Baskin Robbins glazed turkey cake for Thanksgiving. Oh, I want to eat this. That's genius. I wonder if anyone actually ordered this. At least one person must have. Oh man, I'd want to do that on video and capture the reactions of everyone as I carry that out and they're like ready to cut into the turkey and then they're like, wait a minute. Something wrong with this. Wait, it's ice cream cake? Oh, even better. Who needs turkey on Thanksgiving when you can have turkey-shaped ice cream cake? I feel like the only one. Once again, I've probably said this a million times before, just don't really care that much for Thanksgiving food. Just like, whatever. I'll take this any day, though. This McDonald's makeup. You know, I'm sure that this exists in a video on YouTube or many videos of like beauty gurus out there just doing various makeup tutorials of doing whatever random things they can come up with for video ideas. And it just so happens, like this would be a hell of a sponsored video idea. Not gonna lie. Go chase that bread, all right? If McDonald's went to like some big beauty guru and was like, hey, you wanna integrate us somehow? And they're like, yeah, I'll just paint you on my face. Like just straight up, I'll become a billboard for you. They'd be like, oh, for sure, that sounds great. And people would watch it and be like, oh, that's pretty crazy. Now I wanna go advertise McDonald's when I walk around. McDonald's, get on it. I am being an ad agency for free right now for you and hitting you up with ideas. Kim Jong Potter. You did this permanently to yourself. I always gotta think every time I see one of these, like, when you're 80 years old, are you gonna be like, hell yeah, I was still stoked I got that one. Like that hasn't aged out at all. It's just top-notch tattoo for me at age 80. Can't think of anything I'd rather have or not have there on my body. Rumor has it that on top of playing a perfect 18 on the most difficult golf course in the world, also Harry Potter was based off of him as well. So pretty wild. A pillow that looks like a bag of potentially demonetization. I actually am a sweet, innocent child and really don't know what a bag of weed looks like at all. I've never seen one in my life, but I guess that's an interesting choice if that's what you want to, have your pillow look like. I mean, yeah, I know there's a lot of culture out there around weed, and maybe this is like one of those things that's trying to capitalize on it. I'm just not involved in it at all. But if it's legal, then where you are at, then more power to you. You do you. I only condone legal behavior here on this channel, okay? I'm all about legalities. No demonetizations. But why? What do you mean, but why? That's freaking awesome. That's so sick. That's not awful taste. That's freaking sweet. Maybe it's not actually racing around anywhere, because that's not the goal of this. The goal is to cruise just as evenly at 55 miles an hour as possible for a very long time. But still, dude, that's pretty cool. With as low a drag coefficient as possible and a side spoiler, it'd be really cool to be a single seater. I really wish you did it in the center of the car though. Come on, go McLaren F1 style, or the Speedtail coming soon. That would be even cooler. God, one day my goal is to own a middle seater car, because that'd be actually, you can get like the Ariel Atom and the BAC Mono. Those are possibilities, so that's more likely. It'd be sick. My aunt's nephew? Your aunt's nephew? Who says that? Your aunt's nephew, that's you. Or a cousin from another one of your parents' siblings. What? There's a word for that. It's either one of your siblings or a cousin from your aunt's nephew. I'm sorry, I'm getting hung up on this. Never heard this said before, ever. Yeah. Okay, your aunt's nephew's haircut. Yeah, that's a dragon on your head right there. That it is. I never would have thought of adding legs to a mohawk before. I'm kind of disappointed at the fact though that there isn't a head to the dragon. It's either lost its head or it's just like a blind mole dragon. Maybe that's an animal that actually exists in the wild. The blind rainbow mole dragon. Very rarely seen by humans. It exists deep underground in the forests of Southeast Asia. Only ever captured vaguely on camera, much like Bigfoot, the rainbow blind mole dragon. This is actually just kid's a fan of National Geographic. Your aunt's nephew? Rainbow chainmail tie. It's like a double interesting kind of way to go about doing things. I mean, a rainbow tie on one hand, that's uncommon, but then you go, or a chainmail tie, but then you fuse the two, and it's just like, I don't even know what to pay attention to anymore. There's just so much out there to go off of. It's certainly attention getting though, so if you want a conversation starter, I mean, like that's a good way to do it. This painting of a Klansman eating Chinese food. It's a very strange choice of how you'd want to go and decorate your restaurant. I'm kind of just confused as to why just like you weren't prompted to do that. It doesn't tie into Chinese food at all. It's just quite strange. That's very, very strange. Yep. This lady wanted her husband's bite mark as a tattoo. Yeah, is your husband like a vampire by any chance? And he was like, hey, I'm really craving your blood. It's been very difficult to not just give in. But maybe what you could do in order to just appease me is just tattoo as if I was gonna bite you onto your neck, and then I'll be like, oh, I must have already tried, and she just resisted and was able, and that's why That's why I love her, is that she was able to get out of my bite and survive, and no one's done that before. And there's the scar. So it's like a self-defense mechanism. She'd be like, no, not again, honey. You've tried. It doesn't work on me. You can go vampire other people, but not me. But why would you? I don't. Oh, that's just weird. It doesn't. No, actually, someone would just like look at you and say, "Are you okay? Like, do you need help? Do we need to call someone for you? Because that doesn't look." And it's like, no, just a tattoo, just a tattoo. This wedding cake made to look like a combo meal from Popeyes. Having never been to Popeyes, I feel like I'm missing out on the exact context, but that's like extremely well done. Damn, that's an expensive cake. That's like super well done. Impressive. Wow. A lot of fondant. So like the top stuff not gonna immediately taste super good unless those are actually cookies that are made to just kind of look like fried chicken. Oh, can you imagine how good that would be? Oh man, just make cookies that look like fried chicken, but they're actually like cake filled and crunch. Oh, this is brilliant. Actually, this is incredible. Well done. Custom dog slippers made to look like your dog. Yeah, and then what we've seen on various subreddits before, this is tame. Okay? Like another day we might see one where it's the actual dog. All right, do you miss your dearly departed pet? Well, you can turn it into a slipper if you want with us. You need to have gone through 2 in order to actually be able to have a pair. If you've gone through 2 and you've preserved their bodies, then have we got the deal for a pair of slippers for you? Non-matching, of course, unless you have the same dogs. Or if they both at the same time pass away, then you can feel less bad about it by... I wonder if the pets just freak the hell out seeing, like... start barking at the shoes like, this is not what's going on? Is that me? It's not me. Why? It's not, but it looks like me. I don't understand. How are you walking in me? The dogs must be so concerned. For all the drawer lovers out there, yo, are you gonna have a storage thing in your heel? That's practicality right there. Did you just put a condom inside of your high heel? I think you did. Good to be prepared. Just the right size for basically just that. Oh, that's great convenience right there. Just brilliant engineering. You never know when the moment is right, or will you be ready when the moment's right? Isn't that like that's a helpful drug commercial? This duct tape car. Oh, it's actually wrapped in duct tape. Huh. I mean, that's a clever way to make it kind of look like a new paint job without having to pay a lot to go to a place to have it professionally wrapped. It just looks a little bit textured, but yeah. I mean, hey, I made phone cases that were like completely wrapped in duct tape before, and I also, just because of a leak, had to use a lot of duct tape today on my house. So I bet that car's pretty waterproof if it wasn't before. Probably solved those leaks pretty nicely. I have leaks. It's not good at all. And I'm not talking about the vegetable, unfortunately. I wish I were. I'm amazed by the detail. His dates probably aren't. Huh. Yeah, it's it's a great way to just not have any way to see your muscle definition at all. Imagine being Tom Hanks and this person actually approaching in public, taking his shirt off. Because you're like, this person loved me enough to tattoo my face on them in incredible detail. And then I say anything that's going to break their heart, like they're going to, for the rest of their life, it's going to suck. At least he's a really, really good actor, and he would find a way to just bring his best performance of his entire life, Oscar worthy, to tell this person that it was absolutely outstanding and he loves the tattoo. Tom Hanks, you should get an Oscar for best public performance if that ever happens. A woman crocheted herself and her dog. Oh God, Jesus Christ. I thought it was two people. I thought it went from the thumbnail where I thought it was just a picture of two people to the first glance where I'm like, oh, it's two people, but there's a crocheted dog, to like, finally I've taken the whole thing in. No, it's just one person and one dog. Jesus Christ. It's like Legoland, except it's Yarnland. Honestly, this is incredible. And what you need to do is, instead of Legoland or Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, you need to make the Yarn Museum. You could make an exhibit. You could absolutely display this somewhere. If you did, I don't know, some kind of scene, a diorama out of yarn, that'd be really cool. I bet you that there would be a market for that. All right, anyway, that's it for Awful Taste but Great Execution. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch more of these, or just watch all the videos on the channel. And if you want to listen to the music playing in the background right now in full, link is in the outro and the description over on Narrative Music. I'll see you next time.